Well, good afternoon, bosses. No, I've not lost my mind. Maybe had a Jerry Maguire moment, but if you'll follow me for the next few minutes, I promise I'll try to be brief. I was thinking this weekend, and partly because of Martin's email when she was soliciting, some feedback on how we deal with the minor things in the classroom as far as classroom management and such, and it really got me thinking as far as who we are as a school, as an organization, and it just kind of the thoughts took off from there. Makes me think of, you go back in our nation's history and you look at a company like Sears and Roebuck, 1920s, 1925, that company had 10 1 million square foot warehouses all over the nation, and easily became the retail giant for decades. The standard as far as corporations go. Everybody looked to them, wanted to emulate them. And now you look at where they are today. You can drive by the Broadway Square Mall and see just remnants, the foundation of where that store once stood, and it made me wonder, what would cause an amazing company to end up like it did. It got me thinking other retailers like Walmart and Amazon. 3 years ago, Walmart was getting destroyed by Amazon. Amazon was taking control of the retail market quicker than anybody I think could have imagined. And Walmart executives realized very quickly, if we don't take the next step, if we don't make some changes, we're going to end up like Sears and Roebuck. And so they did, and they're quickly closing that gap. They have the delivery set up just like Amazon. They have the in-store pickup and things like that. And so you have a company who said, yes, we're a great company, and by all means, Walmart's a great company, but they said, we're not willing to settle. We're not willing to sit here, and we're definitely not willing to end up like a Sears and Roebuck. And that got me thinking about our school. We have a great school. We have leaders in the past who have built a great school and created a great culture. And Sherman, that's where, I think about you and like, man, this is our chance. This is your chance to take us to that next level. And I'd love to be a part of that. Is there a shameless plug in here that I would love to be a part of the leadership team that helps in that and helps create that culture in that AP position? Absolutely. That's where I feel calling. That's where I feel like I can be a great asset. I've done this before in various schools and organizations, and so I would love to be a part of that. But if not, I'm okay with that too. I totally understand that you need to pick the right person and the right personality to fill a position. I've hired and fired plenty of people, and so I understand that as well. More importantly, I understand 100% that leadership is not a title. Leadership is not a position. I can be a leader, and I view myself as a leader on that campus from the 6th grade science classroom and coaching girls athletics. And if that's my role for the next 5, 10, 15 years, I'll take it. Why? Because I love Hubbard. I'm passionate about Hubbard, and I want to make sure that those that are working with me and those that are working around me and those who we don't even know who will be working with us in years to come share that same passion and understand that that's who we are as a school. How does that happen? I believe it happens, kind of go back to that conversation we had a little while ago, just involving our three key words that define us, I believe, as a school, and that's loving, learning, and leading. Everything that we do can be taken back to those three words, whether it's professional development during orientation week, whether it's a conversation with a staff, with a student, with a parent, we can take it back to one of those three words. Let's say we blow it with a kid and we have to have a conversation with a parent, we've got to own that. We can look at that parent and say, sir, ma'am, as a school, we're about loving, and we didn't love your child well there, and we're going to fix it, we're going to make it right. It makes that conversation easier because it's making it bigger than myself. We can have that same conversation with a staff member. Maybe it's the staff member that blew it with that child, and we can look at that staff member and say, remember, we're about loving. We're about loving these kids, loving the unlovable kids, loving those kids who we might feel deserve to be loved. We're about loving, and that's what we're going to do here at this school. And so in various situations, we can go back to those words, and we can pin everything that we do on that. We can do that in professional development. I'm thinking, even like orientation week, we can use these three words as the primary way that we conduct professional development. We can have 3 different sessions, breakout sessions out of that on loving, on learning, and on leading, and how we do that and what that looks like. Because you want teachers who are passionate. You want teachers who love the kids and who are bought into the school, and you want teachers who are there because they're passionate about their job. And I would want to challenge those teachers, all the staff. Are you here out of the passion and love for the kids and what you can bring to this school and what you can hopefully cause these kids to become? Or is this simply an occupation and you're here for a paycheck? And I'd want to challenge them in that and take it back to those 3 words. And so I'd love the time to sit down and talk more about this with you. I look forward to this summer. Please feel free to share this with whoever you want to, but that's my heart. But please believe me and understand that I want to fit into my role as you as the leaders define it. And again, if that's just teaching and coaching, y'all, I love it. I'll own it, and you know that I'll do my absolute best, and I will lead from those positions. If that means that I get a chance to sell myself for that AP position, which I would love, I would take that as an honor as well, just to have another discussion for that. So thanks for the time. I hope you have a great weekend. See y'all this week, and I look forward to some more conversations. Coach H out.